Now, one of the questions that I get a lot is, Nhyira, can I do self-study to put myself in the position to go into the exam hall and write the ICAG examination and pass? Can I do self-study? My answer to this question has always been yes or no based on a number of factors. Because I say this always, if we put 10 people in a room for them to study and prepare for the ICA examination, any subject at all, it could be public sector, it could be advanced taxation, it could be strategic case study or corporate reporting. We put 10 people in a room to study on their own for the examination. I can guarantee you about 8 of the 10 will fail the examination. The reason is because self-study requires a certain mindset, a certain agility, a certain skill to be able to get there. You see, one of the reasons why it is important you join a class, be part of a community, is not just because you want to attend lectures, not just because you want to be taught, not just because you want to be assisted, but also because of the fact that now you are quote unquote under obligation to do certain things. For instance, you know that, all right, today you have a class, boom, you're going to make time, be part of the class. You know that assignment has been given, boom, you're going to do the assignment and then send it over. You know that there is a performance evaluation test coming up, right? You need to prepare for the performance evaluation test. So there is that outward accountability that you are having, which then motivates you to make time to study. I have had students who tell me that if not for the way our class is structured, for instance, the way our class is structured is that we're gonna be having the live lectures. Yes, you have access to the recorded videos as well as summary videos on key topic issues in the syllabus. But then also we give assignments and we do performance evaluation tests. And I've had students tell me over and over again, Nhyira, if not for the performance evaluation test, if not for the assignments, I would not, quote unquote, have had time to even go through the books. Because there are many people who are attending lectures and all they do is they open their books only when it is time for the lectures. So today they attend class, whatever that is has been taught, they've heard it, they've seen it, it's okay for them. They're not going to open the book again the following week. That is where they open the book again. Now, when you adopt that approach, it means that you are going to be in a position where you are likely to go fail the examination. But then there are some people who have the capacity, who have the agility, who are self-motivated, who can hold themselves accountable and create the necessary environment for them to do self-study. And these people can do the necessary research that they have to do. They can go online. They know what exactly to type. They know what information they are looking for. They know which questions to go in for. They know the structure of the syllabus. They understand the terminologies that the examiner is going to be using. They know the structure of the questions that will be coming in the exam hall. They have spent time to understand the scope of everything that is going to be happening in respect of that particular subject. Such people, and that is like 2 or maybe sometimes 1 out of 10, can do self-study, go into the exam hall and ace the paper. And so when someone asks me, Nhyira, I want to do self-study, will I be okay? I always probe further with other questions. Because it's not everyone that has the capacity to self-study, to be on their own without being guided, without being mentored to go in there and pass the examination. And I say this humbly always is that if you hear somebody who says that, oh, listen, this paper, I did study on my own, I didn't attend any lecture, then I passed the examination. And you're like, oh, okay, my friend or somebody said they didn't attend any lecture, they just read, and so me too, I'm going to do the same thing. You are likely to put yourself at a disadvantage because we are not the same. Another thing is somebody will say that, hey, I didn't have time to study, and so maybe a week to the exam, I registered for the exam, then a week to the exam, I attended one intervention class like that, and it was helpful and that helped me to pass the examination. And so you also sheepishly follow that kind of strategy. You are there, although you have time at your disposal to study, you don't do anything. Then you also wait a week to the exam, you attend the intervention class, and then 99.9% of the time, you go to the exam hall and you fail. And that is where you hear people saying that, oh, the ICAG examination is difficult. No matter what you do, you're going to fail the exam. But I always tell people, the exam that you said is difficult, the exam that you failed, people passed. The exam that you said was difficult, somebody was awarded as the overall candidate in that examination night. And so do they have two heads? No. Are they more wise than you? I don't think so. Are they people who are special and you are not? I don't think so. It all depends on the mindset, the approach, the strategy, the accountability environment that these people find themselves in. What am I trying to say? All I'm saying is that self-study for the professional examination is not cut out for everybody. And for 8 out of 10, it is recommended that you attend the lectures. And this is what I even tell people. Even if you have written the exam and you've failed before, it is important you commit yourself to attend the lectures again. Because if you speak with people who have written the exam like twice or 3 times before they pass, one of the things that is a key characteristics of these people is that when they go and write the exam for the second time, majority of these people will get marks below the marks they had earlier, the mark they had first. So maybe the first time they wrote, they got 45. The second time they write the exam, they are likely to get like 30 something. The third time they are likely to get like 25. Then they become worried that, why is it like that? It's because complacency has set in. Your brain is lying to you that you know the thing. You understand the thing. So, you got 45, so just do something small. No, you'll be able to add the 5 and pass. No, you have to start from the scratch. You need to identify what your problems were. Maybe you were having problem with timing. Maybe you didn't understand some of the topics very well. Maybe you had problem with handwriting. Maybe you have problem with controlling your emotions. Maybe psychologically you were not stable that day for that paper. So instead of saying that, hey, I wrote this paper, I got 45, next examination night, I'm going to just study my previous notes and then I'll go into the exam and pass the examination, that strategy may not work for 9 out of 10 people for the most part. And so what I recommend always is, hey, attend the lectures. And when you attend lectures for that second time, don't attend lectures with a complacency mindset that, oh, this thing I've done it already. Yeah, this thing I know already. Hell no. You are coming in as a child. You are coming in as a novice. You are coming in as somebody who doesn't know anything. Then you start from scratch. But this is where the key is. You need to identify what the problem is. And so one of the things I do for my students, being in the game over a decade, is when someone fails an exam and they are willing to talk, they are ready to talk, I talk to them and I ask them, hey, listen, what do you think happened? Let's be real. Relax. What do you think happened? Did you really study? Did you really understand the topics well? Did you manage your time well in the exam hall? How was your expression when the paper came? What was your expression throughout that 3 hours? Can you genuinely say that you really prepared for this examination? And we go through a number of questions, a number of scenarios, just to interrogate, to identify what really the problem is and what we can do. Because many a times people fail the exam and they don't ask questions. They don't find out why they failed the exam. And that is where a handful of people also give up. Maybe they write the exam 1 or 2, they fail, then they say, this thing is not for me. Yeah. It's not that it's not for you. It's just that you are lazy and you're not willing to ask questions about what it actually takes for you to pass the examination. So can you do self-study to pass the exam? It depends. When we put 10 people in a room, maybe only 2 out of the 10, maybe only 2 out of the 10 can pass the exam. And so for the most part, I will recommend attend lectures. Don't wait to attend any intervention class. I'd say this always. Intervention classes are for people who have been studying. are for people who have been on the journey. It's for people who have been putting in the work. And that intervention session is for you, for whoever that is doing the presentation, to bring out the areas that you have challenges with, to point you out to the various things that you have to focus on to position you to pass the examination. But if you are somebody who had not been studying, you've just been there. Yes, I'm busy. I am this, I am that. But you registered for the exam, and a week to the exam, you think you can attend an intervention class, and voila, something will be spilled into your brain so you go and pass the exam. May I suggest to you that is absolute foolishness. You're not going to pass the exam. You are not going to pass the exam. So somebody will say, oh, the intervention doesn't work. It is not that the intervention doesn't work. It is that you have a problem. Because you cannot walk through the entire syllabus with 6 hours or 9 hours session. It cannot happen. So that period of 6 hours or 9 hours, it's for pointing out key issues that you have to know about. By that time, you have been studying already. You've been doing your own work. So that session is for pointing out those areas that you really have to hone your skills on, but you already understand the fundamentals. You already understand the basic issues. But if you are coming in, you have not studied anything, and you think you can pass the exam just with some 6-hour class, I think you are delusional, and it wouldn't work for you. It wouldn't work. So what is my recommendation? Attend lectures. Be open-minded. Most importantly, spread whatever you're going to do over the period. Every week, try to do something. You don't need to sit down 1 hour to study. You don't need 3 hours to study. Maybe just 45 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. Just do something every day. Do something every time. And you can do this. Prepare a study plan. And just do it. If it is 10 minutes, do it. If it is 5 minutes, do it. You don't need to sit down 1 hour to study. Just little increments will come together to position you to pass the examination. So my recommendation will be attend lectures, join a community, be held accountable. Be ready to be held accountable. Don't take it personal. Be ready to be part of a community that you'll be held accountable, where you are getting access to quality lectures, you are getting access to recorded videos that you can watch playback, you are getting access to an accountability environment where assignments are given, you are doing performance evaluation tests so that you'll be properly guided to be able to pass the examination. So I will say attend lectures and check the ICAG website and find a tuition center that is closer to you. That is, if you are somebody who is into the physical lectures, and choose a study center, go there, attend lectures. It will really help you for the most part. But if you're somebody who is interested in online lectures also, you can join our community, NhyiraPremium.com, visit our website, enroll in our course. Let me guide you, provide you with the mentorship that you need to position you to pass the examination. But I would say, for most of you, being part of a community, being held accountable, attending lectures, being guided over a period will be a better option for you to increase your chances of passing the examination. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.